aka Braden Barrie. And to start out, Braden, you've done a lot of what you've accomplished on your own so far, and you've even gone as far as to open your own record label, Pure Wolf Records. What inspired you to make that decision?
I think the biggest thing is just kind of like setting it up as early as possible, so that at some point, like whenever I'm ready, I can kind of like help out other artists and stuff. So like right at the moment, it's kind of like on the back burner, but I just kind of want to like establish it and put it out there because I guess like someday I'd really like to help out like musicians that I really believe in and stuff, because I don't know. I know there's a lot of bands these days who like realize they have to do a lot on their own, and I think it's just, I don't know, it'd be cool to be able to help out those people. So that's kind of like the reason behind it. And there was also some like legal like business stuff that made sense to do. So there's a couple things, but the main thing is just like being able to help out bands at some point. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna jump to a cliche question, but I do cliche questions a little bit different.
Yeah.
I have you draw a cliche one out of a can.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, let's see. If you became king of the world, what is the first thing you would do? Man, that's a tough one. That's a deep one. I don't know, there's just like so many people, so I'd probably have to like be able to like find a way to comprehend and like understand the world, but I think I'd probably try to find a way to make life a little bit easier on everybody, because I don't know, it kind of bothers me that there's like so many tiers of people, like upper class and middle class and stuff like that. So I think I'd try to find like a balance. Probably a lot of it would come down to like currency and money and stuff like that, but I think I would just kind of try to find a way to make sure everybody could do what made them happy, and I don't know, it'd probably be really, I don't know how I would do it, but that would probably be like my main goal, is just like make everybody a little bit happier, less stressed out. Yeah, that'd probably be my main thing.
Alright, makes sense.
Cool, no? Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna take it back.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was like ready to go again.
That's fine. I mean, you can
That's
draw
cool
another.
though. That's cool.
Thanks. Alright, so for the next one, I need you to first name the first one of your songs that pops into your head.
Driftwood Heart.
Alright, now imagine that was a theme song for a TV show. What would that TV show be about?
Oh man. It maybe vampires, I think.
Vampires?
That's kind of like what comes to mind. Yeah, it'd be about vampires, but like not like a normal lame vampire story. It'd be like something really to do with like humans and vampires interacting, but like in like a love kind of way. There's probably something like that already done, but yeah, vampires. For sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that from the music video. So you worked with Hope for the Day during Warped Tour and the Conversations Tour quite a bit. What is it that they do and that you do with them?
So basically they're kind of like a, I don't know like the exact phrase, like suicide prevention awareness kind of organization. So they kind of like, they just like talk to people and like direct people to like suicide hotlines and stuff like that. And they kind of like, they're just like there for people, which is really kind of, I guess, why I like doing music, because like when I started, it was kind of like just me in my bedroom and writing songs, and then I guess the reason I kept going is because people were like relating to what I was writing, which also like made me feel better about the stuff I was going through. So I guess the reason I like did stuff with them is because we the Conversations Tour, like we got to just like sit down before the show with a bunch of kids and just like talk, like literally just like, it wasn't like I was giving a lecture, and it was just like people were asking questions and we were talking. So it was just like talking and having conversations, and that's kind of what they're all about. And it was a really cool opportunity for me to just like sit down and not have to be a musician for a little bit, you know what I mean? Just like be a person and share my stuff and hear their stuff. And it was really cool.
So connect with the fans in more personal ways.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I always want to do, like through my songs, but there's like time limits and stuff. Like I like to try to meet everybody after the show because I don't really get time to like talk, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like my favorite thing about this whole music business thing is that. So that's kind of like the main reason I worked with them.
Nice. So you were on Warped all of last summer. If you could relive one moment, what moment would you relive?
Oh man, there were a lot of moments. I think one moment was near the end. We were in California at like it was like a day off. We had like 2 days off, and we were at some like middle of nowhere, like huge lake, and everybody was like going on boats and stuff. And that day I had like some really important like phone call to make, and there was no service there, so I was like freaking out and like stressed out, and I like walked and tried to find service. So I think if I could go back, I'd probably like enjoy that instead of like focusing on other stuff. I mean, it's kind of a weird one, but I think I would try to relive that in more of like a positive way, because that was looking back on it, that was like a really beautiful place I've never seen before. So it's definitely one of them.
Alright.
Yeah.
If you were on the TV show My Strange Addictions, what would you be on it for?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what. I mean, coffee is one, but like that's normal. So, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like pinpoint. I really like. This is gonna sound like weird. I like the smell of like gas a lot. But I mean, I don't like go out of my way to like smell it every day. But that I don't know. Just like the smell of like antiques and like old things like that. It's always been like, for some reason, smells like remind me of things a lot. So like if I smell something, I'll be like, man, I remember this like thing from when I was like a kid. Like I don't know. So I think that's kind of one. It's kind of a lame answer, I guess, but that might be it. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm assuming you're familiar with like Wikipedia's WikiHow thing?
Yes, I think so.
Alright.
You're good, man.
And
just go for it.
And your stay cozy is kind of like your catchphrase type thing. So if you were to make a WikiHow to stay cozy, what would the steps be?
It would be make tea. That's like the main thing. Make sure it's at like 11 o'clock at night, because that's always been my favorite time of day. Make tea, and for me it was like play Minecraft. You know what Minecraft is?
Yes.
So it'd be like make tea, play Minecraft, and stay up as late as you can, and then lay in bed and listen to a song that makes you happy. That's probably 3 steps. But I mean, if it's not Minecraft, you can kind of play whatever you want. But it was always like a video game.
Yeah.
It's just like take like an hour or two to like just be, let go of everything. Just kind of forget about the day, and you know what I mean. So probably those 3.
Nice. So I've noticed you have flowers a lot in your stuff, like daisies, dandelions, and roses. Is there any reason for that, or?
Yes, I think it's definitely like a subconscious kind of thing. But I've always really been, I guess, like attracted to the whole like life and death contrast, and like the whole, because I write about a lot of like, darker stuff like skeletons and hell and whatever. Just a lot of things that portray like darkness, and then flowers are like the first thing that come to mind for me of like life and beauty. So I've always kind of enjoyed the contrast, and like I have Between the Roses, which is like my album that came out a while ago, and then Darling, I had like daisies on the cover. So it's weird because like flowers to me like give me different feelings. So it's like I wrote about roses a lot because I was feeling certain things in a certain color, and daisies, just I don't know. So they've always just been, they represent a lot for me, and for some reason it's hard to explain, but I think it's just the contrast of life and death.
I get it. So you've toured in multiple countries. So between touring in US, Canada, and UK, what's the biggest difference?
It's, I guess, just like the culture, like the way that people react to music. Like I think, like in the US, like there's so much going on all the time. Like same with Canada, it's like people they come to shows and they enjoy it and stuff. But I think with the UK, it's like or Europe, like when a band flies all the way there, and like especially in like little town in Germany or something, they don't get like big bands coming there all the time. So I think there's like a little more excitement and like welcoming. So it's just like the reaction that's different. There's not really anything that's better or worse, I don't think, but it's really just the way that the crowd reacts. And I feel like what I felt was like in Europe, like a lot of the people were like a little more quiet and timid, which is kind of cool. So I think it was just nice like hanging out with them. So.
Alright, interesting. So the next one is a fan question. I went to some of the music groups on Facebook and it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And Deanna Appich, I can't pronounce that name, wants to know what the best compliment you've ever gotten was.
Best compliment? Honestly, probably, it's kind of like a deeper one, but somebody told me that they liked the way my teeth looked, which is, that's like been a huge insecurity because I had like 2 teeth that didn't grow in when I was a kid, and like starting to play music and be on a camera, you know what I mean? It's just, it was really hard for me to get past that. So like when somebody at a show told me like, I hope you never get braces because your teeth look fine the way they are, I was like, man, like that means a lot, because it's just been a huge insecurity. So I think that was one. It was a couple years ago, but that really meant a lot to me. So
cool.
Yeah.
And then where were you the first time you were ever recognized in public by a fan?
First time, oh man. I think it was actually Walmart.
Walmart?
It was a Walmart. I can't remember where it was, but I just remember like the girl was there with her mom, and her mom came up and asked me if she could have a picture because she didn't want to ask. And I was like shopping for veggie patties or something. But yeah, I think it was Walmart.
Oh, nice. So normally when I interview bands, I ask who in the band they would marry if you're forced to, but obviously you're just... So if you had to marry someone else on the tour, who would you marry?
On the tour, I actually haven't even met everybody on the tour yet, but so far probably Jordan from the Ready Set, because his hair is very dashing. It's very nice. I hope he never watches this.
Alright, do you have any last words you would want to say?
Thank you guys for watching this. Thank you. That was actually a really, really nice interview and conversation. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Pop to the Punk.
Pop to the Punk, okay. I did see that. I saw that in an email today, actually. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and stay cozy.
Alright, I'll put all the links down below. Thanks for watching, and